Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 28th Catalyst Awards dinner, my first as President and CEO. Let me start by congratulating Kimberly Clark and Lockheed Martin and extending thanks to our dinner chairs, Peter Voser and my predecessor, Eileen Lang. Peter, as a rookie CEO, I could have no better source of advice and support. Catalyst is fortunate to have you as the chair of our board of directors. Thank you so much. Eileen, from the first day we met, almost 8 years ago, you have been my mentor and friend. Your leadership over the past 10 years has been an inspiration to me, to women around the world, and to everyone in this room. I'm deeply honored to follow in your footsteps. Good. Thank you and welcome back to our dinner sponsors, Alcoa Foundation and Shell Oil. Thanks to FCB Health and Toyota for your support and creativity on the inspiring video that we'll see in a few minutes. To my talented colleagues at Catalyst who worked so hard to make this event such a success, thank you for your dedication and passion to our mission. I couldn't be prouder. And to each of you in the room tonight, thank you for making this the hottest ticket in town. With your support, we have raised $4.8 million. And once again, we are sold out, so thank you all. Since I'm making my debut appearance on this stage, I thought I'd share my personal story with you, connecting where I started with where I see the future for Catalyst. And while you might assume that these two stories are different, for me they are inseparable. I grew up in a blue-collar family. Neither of my parents graduated from high school. They raised 5 kids in an old farmhouse with no central heating, bathtub, or shower. My mother cooked on a stove heated by wood, and for many years, our telephone had 2 bells on top, a crank on the side, and nosy neighbors who listened in on the party line. So it wasn't exactly a straight line from there to this stage in this city. But like so many others in this room who had a similar start in life, I am here not in spite of those early challenges, but because of them. I am here because of teachers who helped me to understand that my ambition should not be to just find a job, but to have a fulfilling career. Because of community volunteers who paid for me to attend a student leadership program that changed my view of what was possible. I am here because of the business leaders who had confidence in me before I had confidence in myself, becoming my sponsors and advancing my career. Leaders who saw promise and made a promise to help. My life experience has taught me to never make assumptions, that potential comes in unexpected packages from unexpected places. It's in the men, but more often the women, that we see but may overlook. And so from an early age, I have been driven not only to change my personal circumstances, but to pay it forward for other unlikely suspects. That's what inspired my choice of debate topic during my senior year in high school. Be it resolved that women earn the same as men. That's what inspired my early career, working in government on employment equity and LGBT rights, and later to run for elected office. That's what inspired my work, helping clients to drive results by aligning their business and people strategies. And that's what brought me to Catalyst, where we have an extraordinary opportunity to transform the world by creating workplaces where men and women can have an equal opportunity to succeed. So tonight, I offer fair warning. I come to this stage not only to celebrate what you're doing, but to challenge you to do more. For years, we have shown you that advancing women to leadership is the smart thing to do. That's a given. Tonight, I'm here to remind you that it's also the right thing to do. And doing the right thing starts with your personal promise to take action by making a difference for a woman on your team, in your company. But you're not alone in this. Not only do I expect more from you, I expect more from Catalyst. And so tonight, in front of 1,600 of our closest friends, I share my promise to you and to the women of the world. Catalyst will focus less on problems and more on solutions. We will use our research and insights as a platform to accelerate change. Catalyst will extend our focus from the classroom to the boardroom and engage a new generation of women and men in our mission. We will encourage you to put women's economic empowerment at the core of your business strategies and community investments. And along the way, we'll be prepared to take some risks and ruffle some feathers, because that's our job as catalysts. In return, I challenge you to make your own promise. You know that it's wrong that so many women still lack seats at the table, and you know that the world can no longer afford to leave the potential of 3 billion women unrealized. So promise to do something. Follow the example of tonight's Catalyst Award-winning initiatives and their CEOs, Tom Falk and Marilyn Hewson, who tied the advancement of women to their business strategies, accelerating promotions for women, increasing women's representation in leadership and executive roles and on their boards of directors. These companies have done more than change corporate culture in the process. They have reached past their office walls to women and girls with tools and opportunities that will help them overcome obstacles and become the leaders of tomorrow. The Kimberly-Clark Foundation organizes community-based programs that focus on regional needs, like daycare and education about nutrition. Lockheed Martin is building a sustainable STEM pipeline, expanding access to STEM education and jobs for women and low-income students. Tom and Marilyn did more than set goals. They built stronger businesses and communities by seeing potential, making a promise, and keeping it. I expect no less from myself and from every leader in this room. I like the word promise. It speaks to what you see in someone else, and it's your pledge. This room contains extraordinary capacity for promise and change. You represent Catalyst's 700+ member companies globally who employ over 100 million people worldwide. Imagine our impact if we put our collective promises behind the promise of talented women. I come to this stage ready to do my part. That's my promise to you. Tonight, I ask you to think about your promise and who you will make it to. When someone says, "She's good, but is she ready?" promise to be her advocate. When someone says, "I'd love to promote a woman, but I can't find one," promise to give them her name. And when you walk in a room and see only men, promise to ask why, and then make room at the table. Our promises can change the world. Your promise can change workplaces and change lives, as mine was changed by the men and women who made a promise to me. Thank you very much.